Hello YouTube, this is Charlie426, and today we have the review of the 30mm Michelin line, the newly released Spinatio Army Type. Now this is my fourth Spinatio kit, or to be more specific, the Maxion Forces kit from the 30mm Michelin lines, and I've been looking for this variant as well. So originally the Spinatios or the Maxion Forces started off, kind of very simple, old schoolish samurai, assassin, ninja style going on, and then they just suddenly went up to military style. So yeah, the stuff I said before, where I think they're going for that old school classic combat style, I think that this pretty much cancels it out. But definitely, the more I look at it now, I feel like they're going the Spinatio or the Spinatios are definitely more human-esque styles, if you ask me, compared to the Alto Portanova, which they were more more mechanical. These guys have a more human-esque feeling going on here more and more, so that could be the difference, if you ask me. But still, who knows? Alright, so as usual, this review will be somewhat simple, meaning that I won't be going over articulation because I've shown you guys the main articulation on the Spinatios before. So let's see what armor pieces we get or anything that new pops out here. So as usual, let's go over components. So first of all, what you get, of course, is obviously the Spinatio, and this time we get it in this very nice green color scheme going on here. So every time a new Spinatio variant or another variant is released, we get a new color, so that's very good. Which of course, the downside is that unlike the Altos and Portanovas, we're not getting just the Spinatio releases, so oh well. Alright, so here are all the armor parts. Let's go over the leftover parts first. So number one, we get some leftover polycaps. This is not the first time, so nothing too special. Now, I've explained this before, but once again, if you want to apply the armors, you have to actually swap out these ball joints. These are the ball joints that connects to the shoulders, and now you can see there's no gap, so there's no way you can actually attach the shoulder armors. So they actually give you a longer version right over here, so that you can actually clip onto those longer joints. So keep that in mind for those who haven't purchased a Spinatio yet. Once again, if you are collecting the 30mm Michelin lines, definitely don't try only just the Altos and Portanovas. Definitely try out the Spinatios and Spinatios as well. They are very good. And like the first release, we actually do get this leftover part. Now for the Spinatio Sengoku type, you could actually attach you can actually store in your katana here, and then attach this into the the side skirt. But once again, there's not much use for this kit as well. But the manual does give you an example where they actually attach the gun side to the gun here, and then they attach the katana here. So that was another way. Speaking of the gun, here is the assault rifle. Definitely looking very cool. I'm not sure what real assault rifle this is based on. I'm not a gun expert, so yeah, but definitely loving the looks of it. Now, if you notice, there's only a hole onto this side right over here, so keep that in mind. There's no hole on the other side. That's that. Alright, now let's get the armor parts. So let's see the ones right over here. So here is the front skirt and back skirt armor part here. So these two actually connect pretty interesting. So you actually attach them each individually to the Spinatio unit at the same time. But later, you actually, once you have them on front and backwards, you have to attach these small pegs to each other as well. So I think that's the first time seeing that type of connection onto this armor. Alright, so here we have the chest plate and the back plate. Nothing too special about that. And then here we have the face plate. Definitely looking cool. And then here we have the shoulder armors. These are pretty bulkier than you think, but still, they work. And they also have one of these clips. So if you have the right size. Now the leftover part, for example, does not fit here because it's actually it might fit. So I guess I might have misseen it, but still, you can actually, these are what you're meant to do with these type of joints. So you can actually attach something if you want to do so. Alright, here we have the, I was tempted to say, I guess this would technically attach it to the sides, but these also work as the knee armor, so you'll understand when I get there. So, and here are the lower leg armors, and then in terms of equipment, here we have three equipments. Here we have a combat knife, very cool looking. Now the pegs are on both sides. I'm not sure what type of combat knife these are, so I know each combat knife would have a different name for depending on how they're, shape is. I'm not really sure what this one is. I don't think this is a Tanto style, so, but still, that's that. And I already showed you guys the assault rifle. The magazine clip, the magazine does not pop out, so be aware of that. And there is a second handle here, which actually you can use. And then here we have the shield. Very basic looking shield with a simple peg. This is the peg that you use to attach it to the arm right over here. So this is the hole you connect to. And then for hand-wise, other than the multi-purpose hands, here we have the fully open hands, and then we have a hand with a bit of a curved, wrist for better posing with the combat knife, as far as I know. So that's pretty much it for the equipment. So, but once again, for the hands, you need to detach the hand guards every time you want to swap them out. Alright, so we've seen the basics. I'll be right back with all the armor slapped onto it. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So here we have all the armor applied to the Spinatio. I'm definitely loving the looks of the military-esque design going on here. Now, a lot of people are saying they kind of see the Halo Master Chief design. For me, I'm kind of seeing more of the Doom guy in terms of the design or an overall like bulk and shape going on here. Alright, so regarding the armor attachment, everything attached to the kit very well. There's no loose parts. And once again, if I had to mention, the odd part would be that each of the front and back skirt attaches to the kit itself, but they also attach to each other around this area. So that was definitely an odd point, but once again, no big deal. It doesn't hinder any of the articulation, so you can go all out if you want to do so. So, very nice. Alright, so now let's get the equipment here. So, there are three equipments: the gun, the shield, and the knife. So the shield can attach to the arm pretty easily as well, and then the gun will plug into the hand with no problem as well. And the same goes for the combat knife. But once again, the combat knife, it definitely has this odd shape, so for me, it took me some time to get used to it. But still, it works pretty well. Everything connects to the kit very well, and everything can be stored pretty well. Now, other than the rifle, since there's no peg, but there is a hole there, so if you have extra joints, you can totally attach that. Or it might seem a little bit silly, but you can use that leftover part that I just mentioned, and then you can use this leftover part here to attach this to the gun, and for some reason you can attach this to the shoulder if you want to do so. But other than that, what you can do is that for the knife, you can totally attach it to the back if you want to do so. Once again, I had this with the same goes for the shield. So if you're going to attach it to the back, I highly recommend you attach to the one that's on the bottom here instead of the top two, because the other top two seems to be on the loose side compared to the one on the bottom. So yeah, so you can also do that onto the back skirt if you want to do so. But once again, if you've seen my pictures, I usually did it onto the side of the leg because there is a hole there, and it works pretty well. And same goes for the shield. You can totally do that, but once again, as I mentioned before, the other holes seems to be a little bit loose on the loose side, so not recommended. And if you want to do so, you can do it onto the back skirt for some reason. Alright, so we've seen those before, and let's talk about the rifle. Definitely loving the rifle, and as I mentioned before, was the second handle here, the extra grip. You can actually use both hands and pull off some really cool poses if you ask me. And once again, that is pretty much it for the review. So once again, if you are into 30-minute mission kits, especially if you want to have a very militaristic design, definitely I highly recommend the Spinatio Army type. Definitely looking cool. I think there are a lot of people who are into the mecha and military are going to enjoy this kit as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So if I had to choose a Spinatio, I think this would definitely go into my top tier list. Of course, I think for so far we only have like 5-ish, so yeah, it's kind of really hard to choose. But if I had to choose like top 3, this would definitely be in one of them as well. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the review. This was the review of the 30-minute mission kit, the Spinatio Army type. If you guys got any questions or requests, leave me in the comment below. I still have more stuff to buy and build and make reviews out, so please stay tuned. Until then, see you guys next time.